is there any chance that the loser of that SEC championship game just makes it anyway, that won't matter? What do you think?
Yeah, I think there is a chance because if you look at what Georgia has, especially the way Notre Dame is playing, Notre Dame steamrolled both USC and NC State, who are top 25 teams. They went to South Bend and beat the Irish. That's a really good win for Georgia. You know, and if they can be competitive and they lose the game, I think there's going to be a lot of people going, you know what, this is one of the 4 best teams. I don't know how you would take Notre Dame if they go 11-1 and Georgia goes 12-1 and Georgia beat them at their place, even if it was only by a point, and their losses to Alabama. I don't know how you would take the Irish over Georgia. I think that's a tough sell. I think Notre Dame's schedule probably has more good opponents in it. I mean, we'll see, because again, there's a lot to be played out. But right now, Mississippi State's 6-2, and Georgia beat the heck out of them. So I mean, that win could look, if Mississippi State goes 9-3, that's another pretty good win for Georgia. So I think there's a chance, especially with, we don't know what we're getting. The Pac-12 looks like they have a good chance of getting shut out. And we'll see what happens with the Big 12 as the way this thing plays out. You could have the two get left out.
Right. So let's hold our horses for a second. What do you think LSU's chances against Alabama would be this weekend?
Not very good.
Okay.
I mean, they're a 3-touchdown underdog. They're really young. They're young on the offensive line. That's not good to go into Tuscaloosa. Now, they do have Darius Guy close to 100%. He is a superstar running back. But I don't know if they're going to, even with him, I don't think the offensive line, starting 2 true freshmen, is going to be able to run it. And then they're going to have to lean on Danny Etling. I just don't think Danny Etling can go into Tuscaloosa and knock off the Tide.
Well, I mean, if Miami beats Virginia Tech under the Saturday Night Lights this week, and then what a huge game with Notre Dame. It's been a long time since Miami and Notre Dame meant so much. How can you keep an undefeated Hurricanes team out of this mix, Bruce?
Well, at this point, they haven't beaten anybody who's any good, and they struggled the other day with a 1-8 UNC team. I mean, they've kind of skated by people. I think it's, what Mark Richt has done there and that staff. They're recruiting well, they're building. I think it's been very impressive. But I think we got to pump the brakes on any Miami is back talk. I mean, I've said this for a while. Miami's back when they win a national title. They're not back when they win, beat a top 25 opponent. They have a ways to go to get to that point. Let's see if they can, beat Virginia Tech, who's good, and then win the ACC title. I mean, that's a big step. But for all, Miami's been in the ACC for now a long time. They haven't even got to the title game.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to start, again, we're so far away, but why not? Let's have fun. If you're going to start looking at what's in a game that people would want to watch in a nationally televised semifinal game, and last couple of years, based on when these games have been played, have been ratings challenged, why wouldn't you want to put undefeated Miami against undefeated Georgia and see how that works? Come on
look,
now.
If Miami is undefeated, that means they would have beaten Virginia Tech. That game will carry some weight with the committee. And also, if they beat Clemson to get to the title game, those are good wins.
Okay.
They just haven't done it to this point. They've kind of snuck by teams. But if they get those 2 wins, hey, then all of a sudden there's going to be a lot more chips on the table, and people are going to start taking notice. I mean, they're good on defense. They have speed. I think people are still a little reluctant to see Malika Rozier, the young quarterback, just how really good he is.
For more Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Rich Eisen Show app.